Where my girls at?
Taking the spice, you know, keep it locked in.
Where my girls at?
Keep on watching while the beat keep knocking.
Where my girls at?
You love the flow, it's the ladies' show.
Where my girls at? Yeah. Where my girls?
A new federal lawsuit is taking on the Alabama Department of Corrections after an inmate's body was returned to his family missing an organ. He was returned to them without a heart, and he is not the only inmate returned in a similar condition. An autopsy was conducted on 43-year-old Brandon Dotson shortly after he died in prison. But when his body was returned, his loved ones discovered his heart was missing. Instead, an investigation suggests the organ was taken by forensic pathologists at the University of Alabama, Birmingham for medical research without the family's consent. Joining us now is the Dotson family attorney, Lauren Ferrano. Lauren, we appreciate you joining us. And can we start with you just sharing a little more about this case?
Sure. So Brandon's family learned that his heart was missing because they hired a second pathologist to conduct an autopsy. Alabama's prisons have been in crisis now for years, and they didn't trust the results that were going to come from the Department of Corrections itself. So when they reached into their retirement savings to hire this second pathologist, the pathologist told them that a heart was not in the body. And since then, we've learned that many other families have been impacted as well.
We know another Alabama family had to bury their father without any of his organs after they were removed in an autopsy.
The law is very clear that it requires family consent for the retention of organs. And what we're seeing is these people who are dying in prison custody being treated in a way that no other person in society is being treated. They're being treated less than.
The Department of Corrections states that autopsies are only performed when an inmate's death is suspicious or unnatural. Does the Dotson family have any clarity over what exactly happened to their son?
We don't have much clarity about anything. There was a hearing that we had to try to determine where is this heart. And I think all of us left that hearing more confused than we were when we went in. The Department of Corrections says we don't perform autopsies, and yet they have an autopsy agreement with the University of Alabama. They say the wardens don't give permission, and yet we have prior autopsies from previous years that show that the warden is the one who gave permission. So we are still very much in the investigative phase. All we know is that University of Alabama is engaged in a practice through the consent of the Department of Corrections to take organs without family permission.
How often do you suspect this might be happening? I mean, do you think there's some families who are receiving their loved one's body back and they are not funding a second autopsy of their own?
Absolutely. How many families have thousands of dollars to have a second autopsy? So right now I'm in touch with multiple families. I got a call again this morning from a new family that discovered through they were able to hire a second pathologist, and they discovered that all of the organs were missing as well. But in most instances, the family is burying their loved one and they don't know that this is happening. Based off of the numbers that we currently have access to, we suspect that at least dozens, if not hundreds, of families have been impacted.
Gurus, what is your thoughts on this case?
I'm good. Alabama just be doing some stuff. It's so crazy. It just, like, when I was reading this, I was like, why? It seemed like I'm like visualizing a movie scene. Like, there's no way this is really happening. And it's so crazy because, like, my family, dating back is from Alabama, and I don't know if I have any living family still there. But all this stuff that be in the news, I don't want no parts of Alabama. It's just like the most racist seeming place scene. Like, it's so crazy.
You can't even visit
dated. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want no parts of there. I don't want no part.
They be doing black and brown people real dirty, and poor people.
Yes.
I don't even want to visit.
Me neither.
I don't even want to ride past.
Me neither.
It's just seemingly like that there was some kind of underground thing going on, that like if body parts are like internal organs are missing, there had to be something going on where they would getting money off of this? Like
Yeah.
where else would those body parts go?
There has to be something going
100%.
on because
Yep.
I think it was the same state, Alabama too, where I saw on social media it was a guy that said his daughter died 23 years ago, and because they moved away in the midst of all of that, and they decided now they wanted to come back home, dig her up, and and cremate her. So
And I saw this. Go
they
ahead.
got
Yeah.
three plots.
Overflow of
Mhm.
Jesus.
Three plots they had got. She was in the middle plot, they said. They digged up the first plot, nothing. Third plot, nothing. Where she was supposed to be, nothing.
Oh.
No casket, no bones, no nothing. So
Yeah.
he went to them and said, hey, what's going on here? Oh, it just dissolved into earth. Excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
realize it went like that. I didn't realize that was
Dissolved into earth.
Okay.
How does a metal casket dissolve into anything?
Make sense.
How does bones dissolve anywhere?
Exactly. That's not, wow.
Not
They
a
have
lick
nerve.
of nothing, and then told him, sorry, there's nothing we can
Wow.
do.
That's impossible.
This is
That
what I
has to
say.
be illegal.
This is
How
what
is
I
that
say.
like, what? No,
Something is going on with these funeral homes now.
it's going on.
It's going on. And I already made my
Wow.
suggestion. Cremate me, please. We don't even got to go through these
That's
just
my
cremate me.
suggestion.
I'm not about to be playing these games. Y'all not about to be
Yep.
paying thousands of dollars all
No.
to just play games with me. No.
Exactly.
No.
Absolutely not. Most of my family is, because we're not doing that.
Yeah, especially nowadays for what? That's extra money.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Why leave that burden on your family? But I mean,
Yeah.
some family
Everybody
members
can wear me in a necklace. Have fun.
Yeah, but some family members want a place. Like this is an old school way of doing things.
Yeah.
You know, you go
Get a
want a
shrine
place
or
to go
something.
visit every holiday, every birthday or something to go, you know, talk to them. You know, my mother wants to be cremated and I was like hell bent against it. But it was like at the end of the day, I'm like,
Yeah.
if that's what she wants, that's what she
Yeah.
wants.
It's like when
You
you
know,
look
but
at it in hindsight, it's like it only
in
makes
hindsight,
sense.
right. I
Mhm.
look at it and I'm like, I understand. She doesn't want me to incur the debt. She doesn't want me to, you know, so I get what she's saying. Like at the end of the day, if you're not here anymore. Like,
And can you imagine you get these plots and you go look for your mom now and she ain't there? Oh man.
That, I can't even
Disrespect.
grasp that.
Oh
Exactly.
the
my
emotional damage that would happen.
Like-
in
Talking
that
about
moment.
sorry.
And then that
Exactly.
was that man's daughter. Like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
Just to think of where is she? Like where did you put her then? Like where did she go? You
This
know
is
what I
what
mean?
I'm
Like,
saying.
And
Are you guys
nobody can
recycling the
answer.
casket?
Nobody has an answer. You
Yeah,
go to
there's
the
Nobody had no
we
answer.
can't help you. Sorry.
That's why he had to
What?
he had to come to social media. Like, can someone
What is
give me
that?
some help? Is there a lawyer? Is there something that I can do in this instance? Like, what can I do? I don't know what to do. Like, I just came here to get my daughter and cremate her, and now she ain't even here.
You know, in
Right.
Alabama, this even goes up to the justice system as well, because there are people in Alabama still waiting on justice for their dead
Mhm.
family members.
Yeah.
And can't nobody answer no questions.
They don't know, and they leave it
Oh,
at that, and then they expect you to go on about your merry way. Are you kidding
Yep.
me?
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, that's not happening.
That's
No.
very
It's just crazy. The crazy part about it is like the body parts missing. I mean, besides these people being missing and never knowing that they were in jail or buried outside of a jail, now you're talking about body parts are missing. Like how is that explained to
This is
their
what
family
I'm
members?
art.
Yeah.
So you guys are black marketing these things.
Yep,
Exactly.
This is on black market.
Has to be.
100%.
There has to be something. And you know what? They'll all hush hush too, because that's what they do in the police department. They're not talking
And
about
funeral
it.
homes too.
Yeah. And somebody's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
know and somebody's gonna say something, and you know, somebody's gonna have a guilty conscience about this,
It's
and
the
then
year
that
of the
person's
truth.
gonna
I
be
can't wait
blackballed.
for it.
you
Yeah,
know?
come on. You need the
You know,
truth.
for somebody that got money when they die, best believe they ain't gonna do that to them, or high
Oh,
profile people, they ain't gonna do that to them.
But then even if, can you imagine, you done throw rings, jewelry in there, you done throw money, whatever
right.
memorabilia,
Pictures.
Right.
whatever it is that you threw in there.
And it's
You know what I
nothing.
mean? And now that's gone too. So what y'all did with that thing? Because that ain't dissolving the earth.
Exactly. This is a
If that's
crazy.
the case, it should be in a casket. So where the casket at?
Right. Right. This is a crazy business.
So maybe we're gonna have to follow up with this story to keep people
Yeah.
Oh
invested.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna
It's something
develop for sure. Yeah.
Seriously, when I saw that, I was so taken aback. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not life. This is they dead already. What's up? What's up?
Exactly. That's how.
But see, that's how they see it. They're dead already. So
Yep,
what's the
you're
big
right.
deal if
They will
I do
come
this
right
or
back with
that
that.
or
They dead
grave
already.
rob them? Nobody's gonna go dig them back up.
$40,000 for the plot and funeral.
Right.
Now, as let's give it 5 years, maybe 10. I mean, keep it cute. After that, body and everything up out of here. Get an extra 25,000 or 30,000 for whatever underhand blackmail and thing y'all doing under there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot
crazy.
of charges, man.
Besides the fact that being guilty is not a reason to be killed, not in the United States anyway.
Right.
But well, in some cases it is. But like at the end of the, look at these people killed somehow these people died in jail, right? Somehow, whether they were killed in jail, something happened. But that's way too many people for it to be a coincidence, you know?
Right.
And how are you doing it so freely to make you want to keep doing it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's because they hadn't gotten caught until now.
But why? Like, what is the motive? You know what I mean? Like, the motive for you to keep continuing to do this?
Yeah, money is the root of all evil.
It has to be.
Yep, and that's
now
when it's so
y'all got
evil.
caught, but you don't have no answers, and that's not gonna fly.
No, it's not.
That's not fair. Y'all can't like. And in Alabama, it's gonna fly like a bird with a note.
That's right.
It ain't gonna go nowhere. It's gonna take off, and it's gonna. Oh, that was just a story that we heard about last year. Oh yeah, we heard about that. Nothing happened. The families are still fighting, and yeah.
Like that's
when is enough is enough.
Exactly. It is disgusting.
Any word on what's going on with you and your sister and your family? They're saying that you knocked her teeth out. That's the accusation. The singer, Dojacat?
No, I don't know that. Have you got anything to say to your mother? Or not? What about your sister? Have you spoken to her about these allegations?
Any reaction to the restraining order against you?
No, I have no restraining order against me.
Are you denying what happened?
Yes.
So you did not hit your sister, you did not knock out her teeth?
I haven't seen anybody in years, bro. What are you talking about?
So what happened? What's the story?
There's no story.
At least have your side out there,
Is it true you got violent with your mother?
Doja Cat's brother allegedly knocked out her teeth. The singer's mother said Doja Cat has experienced physical harm such as teeth being knocked out and bruises and lacerations. The judge partially granted the restraining order to the mother, but it does not include her daughter. The petition said that Raman Delamini has allegedly abused his mother 3 to 10 times. Gurus, if this is true, how should this be handled, and how much of a role does jealousy play in siblings fights?
This man supposedly, allegedly attacked his mom.
Almost 10 times. Like,
yeah, what is it?
Like, there's some deep rooted stuff going on there. Like 10 times, attack your mother.
Exactly. What's happening?
I mean, I'm not a believer that all mothers are innocent. We don't know what role her mother played in this either. But there's no reason for a child to put hands on their parent. Like, I mean, well, you know what? Let me back that up a little bit. there are things that can happen along the way, but I just think it's crazy. It's just the thought of it is not something that anybody like is gonna read and be like, oh, well, that makes sense. Like maybe they're gonna be like, well, that's crazy. Why would you put your hands on your mother?
Especially as a grown man.
A grown ass man, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Talking about 5-year-old lashing out. Like, what's happening with you?
Yeah.
And then with the sister, I'm sure that Dojacat. Now, I'm not saying everybody that's in the business got money. I don't know where Dojacat's financial situation is at, but I'm sure she would help him if he needed help or something like that. The fact that he knocked out her teeth is not necessarily progress in any fashion.
Yeah, I
especially
mean,
when you start messing with a woman's teeth, anybody's
yeah,
teeth, but you mess with a
Yeah.
woman's teeth.
yeah. The whole thing is just insanity. Like her teeth getting her teeth getting knocked out, her mother getting paws put on her almost 10 times. Like the whole thing is just insanity. But you know what?
But
I mean, look, the woman goes through her stuff too. I mean, there might be some people who are, psychoanalysts that be like, okay, well, maybe she's this particular way because of a toxic family environment or whatever the situation might be. At the end of the day, like the dude is crazy. There's something not right. He needs anger management issues, period. Whatever
wrong.
family environment he grew up in, it's his job as an adult to like fix those problems, in your life.
Pardon my ignorance, but what kind of artist is Dojacat? I never really listened to her music.
They said rapper. I said word.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I guess. I mean, she does both on
She's
some
loosely
songs.
described as a rapper, right?
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
loosely.
Pop artist. Like,
Yeah, she's more
she
pop.
really is.
I would say she's more mainstream pop.
you're pop.
I never really cared for her. Like when she was like internet famous, like when she's at YouTube videos and stuff. I was just kind of like, she's too weird for me.
Yeah,
Like
she's weird.
I couldn't get past the weirdness before like listening to the music, but now like I think her last album was really incredible. Like
Yeah,
I think she did
everybody
a
was
really
saying
good job.
that. Yeah, people
Really?
were saying that because it went from feeling like Satan took over her to, oh, okay, it's not that bad.
She's
Some
not,
of
yeah,
the
she's talented for sure. She's
oh yeah,
talented for
some of
sure.
the happy. She is. She's
Yeah.
definitely talented, but then she started doing a lot of things. And people, my friends who really like her, that was kind of like, it took them back. But they did say that this album, you kind of steer away from feeling like she is a child of Satan.
I just think Doja Cat is the kind of artist who kind of understands the business. So it's like she does a lot of trolling because she knows that it's gonna come back and it's gonna affect her positively at the end of the day. So she kind of understands that and she flows with it.
Is she on top of the pop charts?
Huh? She's up there.
Yeah,
I think she's up there now. Yeah. She's got a lot of a couple of hits off the last album. So she might be up there.
Well, I tell you what, man, for any grown man to be hitting on family, I think that's a problem. Now, just to be clear, her brother did deny the charges, so this is all alleged.
Right.
Just to be technical about it, somebody did stop him while he was walking and asked him, what the situation was about, and he really didn't. I don't know if he denied it, but he said something to the fact of something like he wouldn't do that.
It didn't happen, or that's not what happened, or something like that.
Something like that.
Listen, let's just ask her dentist. Does she have her teeth or not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then if she don't, then explain how her teeth just magically disappeared from her mouth.
Exactly.
Kiki Palmer is reevaluating her inner circle amid her tumultuous custody battle with her ex, Darius Jackson. The Nope star posted an introspective caption on Instagram Wednesday in which she hinted that someone close to her is secretly not rooting for her happiness. She wrote, "Sometimes people don't want to be your friend, they just don't want to be your enemy. They can't be cool with you, but they don't want you to know, even though you already do." Palmer then noted that some frenemies strategically keep you close enough so that they can use you at an opportune time without having to have shown any loyalty. Gurus, is this okay to know who's not cool with you before you keep them around? Get over here!
Yes.
I mean, but sometimes it takes going through stuff and really getting to
I
know
was gonna say.
See that, yeah. Like sometimes it takes time. And I've been in situations, even recently, and those people actually get the silent cutoffs because once my spirit feels that, it's like, all right, we done.
Yeah, that's how I do too. I don't gotta I don't say nothing. I'm not
saying nothing. Right. Like I also feel like we're adults. We're way past the adult. Y'all know what y'all doing. If this is how you are, it don't work for me, then
Yeah, I read them quick. As soon as I feel a spirit, nope, not with it.
Yeah, I be like,
I'll he with you to keep it cordial and stuff. But you know, if it's a work environment or workspace, I'm still gonna he with you, but you're never gonna know anything else about me unless somebody else told you or something. But keep it at an arm's
Right.
length.
Yeah, because in Kiki Palmer's case, she talking about her inner circle.
Right.
those be the ones. Those be
I
the
wonder
ones.
if those are people that are like siding with her baby daddy or like, you know, encouraging him or whatever, you know, in whatever route. I wonder if that's kind of what she's talking about. You know.
Those be the ones. It ain't never nobody far away. Always
Mm-hmm.
doors up under
Mm-hmm.
you. Those
Always
be the first
that
ones
know
that gotta
all
go.
your business, all your
Yeah,
business. Yep.
everything. I'm just like, wow. And I've been through stuff, and I'm like, why really be the people close to you? I've
They
seen
do.
things. It's never a stranger.
Yeah.
Never.
Right.
Yeah.
And the fact that she spoke on it, and when she spoke on it, it was somewhat subliminal. Like it was
Yeah.
somewhat like I'm gonna shade you without shading. But at the same time, it's like, if you're gonna speak about it, why don't you just speak about it?
I mean, she kind of
Mm.
is. I mean, I don't know, because I do that. I'm a person where I'm like, it doesn't matter if we had like a private situation or whatever. It's my experience, and I'm gonna speak about it publicly. Even if maybe it was general, maybe it's like multiple people, and she letting them know, like, I know. Also maybe she's already spoken to them about it, and she's putting it out there. I feel like if you spoke to the person about it, you free. Subliminal, whatever y'all call it, y'all want, I already spoke to you about it, so I could talk about it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you talk about a vibe crasher, man. That's some of the worst type of things when it's coming from your inner circle, and
Yep.
and apparently it's that deep to wherein you on social media talking about it. Like it must be something that in her spirit that she just can't shake.
Yep.
But she just want to let whoever it is know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, look,
Like, I see you,
I didn't
girl.
dress you yet,
Mm-hmm.
but don't think I'm
Fact.
dumb. You know.
Right.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I
I
mean?
didn't address you yet, but it's
I
coming.
ain't dressed yet,
Right.
right.
Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like the prequel to like
Yeah.
what's gonna go down. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
True. That's true.
Exactly.
All right, Debbie, you want to do LGS news?
Yeah. Let's start it off. All right. Corey Broadus, the daughter of rapper and actor Snoop Dogg, and his wife, Shantae Taylor Broadus, revealed on social media Thursday that she suffered a severe stroke. Broadus, 24, shared a message in an Instagram story. She wrote, "I had a severe stroke this AM. I started breaking down, crying. They told me, like, I'm only 24. What did I do in my past to deserve this all? Each year, 10% to 15% of nearly 795,000 people in the United States who have a stroke are between the ages of 18 and 45, according to American Heart Association. Listen, y'all better watch what y'all eat. That's that fast
Yep.
food
That's
too
what it
now.
is.
That
Exactly.
soul food. Y'all live
And
off that
young
soul food
people,
and it's
man.
all deep fried.
Exactly. They eat what they
Exactly.
want to eat and be like, and don't think about you're getting older. You're gonna get older.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Exactly.
Okay.
True.
In other news, judge denies Daniel Penny's request to dismiss Jordan Neely's subway choke death case.
Good
The
for that.
Marine veteran pled not guilty in June to second-degree manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide. In May, one death of Neely, a black subway rider. Penny, 25, pleaded not guilty in June after a grand jury indicted him on the charges of second-degree manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide. In May, one death of Neely.
Yeah, they thought they was gonna try to get that dismissed
Yeah.
right quick.
Psych.
Yeah.
Okay. In
No.
other news, Applebee's offer a year's worth of date night passes for a surprising price. Applebee's will soon offer a year's worth of weekly date night passes for a fee just for $200, the restaurant chain announced in the news release shared on Wednesday, January 17th. The new Applebee's date night passes will be available for purchase to select guests on January the 22nd and is redeemable for up to $30 of food and non-alcoholic beverages during each use of 52 visits between February 1st and January 31st of 2025. We take pride in bringing people together over a hot, delicious, affordable meal, officials say. Lies. They're closing. They're going down.
I'm
Yep.
crying.
And they're
Yep.
trying to save it. Lies.
Complete.
Yep. There goes your
Nobody want to go to
$200.
Friday. Nobody want to go to
$30.
Applebee's. Nobody want to go to Red Lobster. Lies.
I'm weak. I
They're
like
trying to save it.
Applebee's. Ain't been
I
there in
don't.
a
I don't
while, but
remember the
like
last time I spent $30 on a meal at
Right.
restaurant.
Right. Y'all better get y'all marketing up there.
Right?
Basically giving me a coupon.
They trying to get that bread going out the door.
Listen, tell them to bring some hookah in there. They get some business.
I'm done.
Listen, if I paid
done.
$200, I'd be at every weekend.
Listen, bring
I'll
some
be so
hookah
sick of that
and
food.
Right, I'm
I
going.
promise you'll get the business you looking for. Promise.
Or- I don't know if everybody heard that the top 50 rap artists were named, and to be exact, is this is Billboard's top 50 rappers list, and and it had and everybody who reads this list kind of thinks it's crazy. Number one, and
Yep.
the first thing that I saw, and the thing about it is people who don't know nothing about hip hop, they have to stop making these lists
Those
because
be the ones.
this is going down in history, and
Yeah.
we can't have
Gotcha.
this type of stuff being represented wrong here. And one of the first things that I noticed, and when the list first came out, the first thing that I did is I said, let me see who's number 50.
Mm-hmm.
And the number 50 is Rick Ross.
Oh,
And and the thing that got me is that Ja Rule had came out with a statement saying, how am I not on this list?
Wow, I didn't even notice that. That's that's
Ja Rule
disrespectful.
ain't on there?
That's,
I know. I think Drake was number 8, I think,
yeah,
and
it is, yeah.
Nas was number 3.
How
Yeah.
in the
Number
world
1.
is Drake
Yeah.
number 8?
And either J.
Listen.
Cole or Kendrick Lamar was number 2.
Kendrick
Lamar was number 2.
Kendrick,
Right.
He
yeah,
was
Number 1 and
1.
number 3 was Nas.
Nas, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Eminem under Nas.
they
And
got
Yeah.
Pac and Biggie down on the list too.
They bugging. They bugging with that. Like when I read through
Yeah.
this first, I had to read through it twice because at first I didn't notice Drake, and then now looking back at it, I'm like, he needs to get off, and Future needs to get off.
When you make a list like this, y'all got to start from the bottom. The
Exactly.
bottom. You got to start from the bottom. Okay.
And
Never
I'm
can
not
get
trying to
about it.
disrespect Scarface, but I don't think Scarface should be number 16.
No. But you know what? I think
You're right.
just listening to this whole thing, this between us all, I think it was interesting is that it seems like, all right, so like the Ja Rule thing. Ja Rule has been irrelevant for a while now. So I'm wondering if Ja Rule is left off because he's not relevant right now. Because all these people are kind of like the top 10, if you look at it, they're all still relevant. Right? They're all, and it looks like they threw Nicki a bone by giving her number 10. Like, and I don't know if it's throwing Nicki a bone, giving her number 10, or just giving women in general a bone by putting her in the top 10. But if we're talking about all rappers from like beginning to end, Nicki shouldn't be at 10. Nicki shouldn't be at 10, I don't think. And I'm a female.
And what's so crazy, I'm not even a Nicki Minaj fan like that. You know,
I'm not either.
I'm gonna give Shorty praises when her praises is due, and she can rap. Okay,
Yeah.
I know that. I'm not a personal fan of her, but her accolades, yes, ma'am. You got that. You got that, ma'am. Okay,
right. There's songs I love from Nicki, but I still don't think she's top 10. I don't think so. When you consider everybody else involved, like I don't think that
you know what, we have to get this stuff. Look, I'm mad because it's really, I can't even debate this. Like, I'd rather have a list that I can debate. And just looking at some of these names where they got LL Cool J, look at his body of work compared to a Rick Ross.
Yeah,
Rick Ross has put out maybe
I'm a Rick Ross fan now.
1 or 2 relevant albums, and that was it.
Yeah.
I'm not, dissing Rick Ross's,
I was better off putting Big Daddy Kane and them up there.
I'm
Right.
saying
Right.
y'all
What?
played this up.
They
That's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
should
that's
have
what I'm saying.
been there,
Start from
pioneers.
them. Start from
yeah,
them,
Yeah.
and then work
exactly.
your
Yeah.
way down.
Yeah,
Where is J. Cole is what I want to know. Where is J. Cole on this list? Because you got Kendrick Lamar at 2, and J. Cole ain't even on
Kendrick
top 10.
Lamar was
Top 10.
2, so J. Cole got to be in top 10.
Oh,
J.
they
Cole
put
and
J.
Kendrick
Cole
Lamar
as
are always in
15.
conversation
15.
together. Always.
they tried it.
15.
Look, at the end of the day, what needs to happen is that first of all, they have to have people who has been around hip hop for at least 20 years making these lists. If you don't
Right.
know nothing about Big Daddy Kane, and if you don't know nothing, let's just say about Rick Ross, you have no business creating this list.
You should have said for fun. That's how
Right.
you created
You
the
know,
list for fun.
Exactly.
They should just put up they should put up a poll and let the people speak on the
Yeah,
poll,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
how they
and
need
rate
to do
it by age group, right? So you get like for the 30 to 40-year-olds, or 40 to 50-year-olds, or and then 20 to 30-year-olds, or whatever. And then like you have different lists for different age groups, because we're never gonna agree. We like my kids don't understand like the whole what say Ice Cube era
Yeah.
and the whole, you know, they're like what WNBA, what NWA or whatever. WNBA. I'm always riding for my girls.
yeah, but my thing is at least get certain people that everybody can sign off and say, okay, they know about hip hop. Let him judge it or let her judge whatever the case may be. Have it to wherein we could say, okay, these people are in there debating about who should be the best. But when you put out a list like this and you put it on Google, that's history.
Yeah.
Right.
We can't have that.
Right.
We can't.
I
I mean,
had
the
an
only
argument.
thing.
I
Go
had an
ahead.
argument with like a 20-something-year-old. We were talking about like rap or whatever, like icons and stuff. And I'm like a big Method Man fan, right? Okay, but I'm a whole Wu-Tang fan, right? So he's telling me like Wu-Tang. Why would I listen to Wu-Tang? I'm like, what? I'm like, my heart
Very
started to hurt.
disrespectful.
Right. They still got Wu-Tang fans till this day.
Absolutely.
Till this day.
Like, and he was just like, nobody listens to, because I was like reciting a song, and then he was just like, no, I don't know that. I'm like, what? How are you a rap fan and don't even like go to the base? And Wu-Tang ain't even basics. This was what, 20 years ago.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so crazy.
If you work corporate, how could you not have cash rules everything around me in
Free
your
with
song?
the money, Zala Zala bill, y'all.
They have so much body of work. Like, how do you not know a Wu-Tang song?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? How
and
do you
they
not
probably
know?
be bumping it and don't even know, because it's like it's in stuff now. Like it didn't go nowhere. And I mean, when I read this list, the only thing I was happy about, because I skimmed it first before I actually read it, because I was like, if y'all put one of these today rappers up here, I'm not even
Listen
Oh, the little babies, the babies,
dare
or
them.
whatever.
I dare them.
You say little anybody, and they all know who the hell that is.
I dare them.
Right.
Or you
Little
say a number,
Uzi,
21
little
Savage or
Fuzzy,
something.
whatever.
Don't you dare.
Don't do it. I was
dare. I
so
don't
was
care
like,
how
I'll
good
give
they
them
are.
that.
I don't care.
Exactly. I don't care. I don't want to hear
Didn't
it.
the Migos
Right.
come out? The Migos came out and said something like crazy. Not recently,
attitude.
but in the past. I think when another one of these lists came out, I don't know if it was Offset or one of the other guys.
Y'all not
or
on the
whatever,
list.
they were like basically like these other rappers, like the older generation rappers, are irrelevant and that they don't even belong on the list. And it's like, boy, you barely belong anywhere near the list.
No, don't
I
even
hear
look at
young
the
people talk. I don't even listen. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all still wet
Y'all
behind
know
them. Shut
that.
up.
Exactly. Shut it up. Shut it up,
I
shut
don't
it
even care
down.
what y'all talking
We don't
about.
Are we
care.
showing our age though?
Right. I mean, hey, guess what? It was the best years to be alive. Okay,
That's right.
The best time to be
I'll
alive.
take none of it back. None of
At
it.
all. At all. I love when I was born, honey.
That's
what?
right.
They want to be like us. That's why they want to talk about us, because they wish they was around in the 90s when it was really live. Okay?
Right.
It was
now you
really
go to a
live.
club, they're all on their phone like,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
When we was
Get
in
outta
the
here.
clubs, we was dancing and we was
Right.
running around
Real
crazy.
fun.
Exactly.
You had to have the juice.
Listen
Yeah, now they
now.
got hookah bars. So you get to sit there all
Everybody
day.
want to relive the 90s. Only we, us true people, know the 90s. Okay?
That's
we
right.
we lived it. Okay?
That's right. That's right.
Despite his huge accomplishments, a lot of people directed attention to his painted nails. So, one, what are you guys' thoughts on the ceremony and then the statue being made of him? And then everybody talking about his nails.
D Wade. This is like seeing Jordan. It's like seeing Jordan in lingerie. It's just crushing. Pause.
That's when I exit the show. What?
It's stuff you don't want to see, man. It's like it just ruined everything for you, you know?
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
You know, it's like when you have somebody you looked up to, you appreciated their work as an athlete, and then they go do this. It's just like, man, we can't do nothing with that, man.
Former NBA All-Star Dwayne Wade was recently seen with his ring fingernail painted red and his pinky nail painted black. Gurus, how do you feel, or would you say to a man if he walked in the house with 2 or more of his nails painted?
What the who?
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I know you have androgynous men or whatever you want to call that. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but
What is that?
like they're not gay, but they have female tendencies. Like,
Yeah.
Well, androgynous.
that's what I'm like. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's what I'm saying it right. I'm probably saying
Well,
it wrong.
yeah, and in a way you're right. Like, well, androgynous is just kind of like you can't really tell. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like a female androgynous person would be someone who like presents themselves like tomboyish, but
Yeah.
like still like guys. You know what I mean? Like, or might like both. You know, whatever.
Mhm.
And it's kind of the same. Like that's what I think. Like
Yeah,
androgynous. would
it's
fall
like
in that
that's where
same.
they're going with it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It would
Or they
fall in
looking
the
for
same
someone
vein as like
who can.
metrosexual. Like you
Right.
can't
Yeah.
figure it out.
Right.
So,
It
or
seems like
somebody who
every
can.
other month there's a new word about that. Like there's some kind of new
Hey,
word that
listen, it's a new word.
Androgynous has been
I know.
around.
Yeah, no, androgyny, that word has been around. Like for
Mhm.
it also means someone who can present. Like for me in the industry, so my natural hair is in a mohawk. So I've worked on projects where they need an androgynous model that is a female because I could tap into the male side. Like so with my mohawk, I wore these like really baggy clothes. So it's like a tomboy vibe, but
Mhm.
feminine. But it has some edge to it, like sharp edge.
Right.
So it
Yeah.
depends. It depends. I don't know about. I mean, he don't fit that for this. He don't
Yeah,
fit that.
no.
I mean, the fingernails.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. So I will say personally for me, I have a friend who does this, but he has like a super hippie vibe. Like it goes with him. He is
Right,
like one of
right,
the
right.
manliest men I know, but he's like hippie. So like
It,
that don't mean
it,
nothing. When I
it
see him
don't.
like that, it just like I'm not even paying attention. That's just
Yeah.
it's been a part of him.
If it's off of somebody that I'm just seeing off of first, sight, I'm gonna judge you. It's just that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. This is just it's the world. They're gonna judge you.
Right.
I'm not gonna take it personal. I'm just gonna this is what he does. Okay. I'm not gonna say
Right.
you're like girls or guys. I'm just gonna say he likes painting his fingernails. Okay, that's weird. Right. Well, maybe he
Yeah.
likes that.
I guess the question is why are straight men, if you are a straight man,
That's what they want to do.
why are you painting your nails?
Well,
I don't know.
you know what
No.
I find interesting about this is that Dwayne Wade has been doing this for a while. Like if you really
Yeah, I
look,
think
you can
so.
see
Oh, yeah?
he's been painting his nails for a while. But the thing is,
I-
like, he
Okay.
has a transsexual daughter, right? And maybe this is his way of showing, like,
Mhm.
he supports her, you know what I mean? And this is, I don't know if anybody has asked him that, but I know like I'm a supremely progressive person, so like something like that wouldn't bother me because I know men don't paint their nails because they're trying to like present themselves as
All
gay or
right, so
whatever.
what if your man came in the door?
It wouldn't bother me. That wouldn't
wouldn't go.
bother me. 1 or 2 nails. Now, if you want to get extensions and stuff, I might be like, all right, what are you doing?
I'm weak. Doing a lot.
Yeah, I mean, every time I'm in the nail salon, there's a man getting his nails done. It's just because he's painting them clear. It's a little different. Like somebody put like 2 colors on 2 nails. It's like, am I gonna say, oh, you gay or what?
Right, right. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna do that.
You just like your nails painted. That's it.
Yeah, you know, maybe you
I
just
would want to know why. Yeah, I would want to know.
Right.
Like, what was the interest?
Right. If your man walked in the door with his painted fingernail,
I'm gonna look at him crazy because you never ever walked in here with your nails painted before. So what's up?
What do I now?
That's the case, yeah.
Like,
why now?
I was never doing this before. So why? What
brought you to do that? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like if you did it every now and again, and I was with you, okay, this is not something out the norm. But if it's something that you just pick up the habit on, like what's up? You need to we match colors. Like what's up?
I think a new man might even like point it out beforehand. Like, look, listen, I do paint my nails sometimes.
Yeah,
you know,
because
1 or 2 nails, it doesn't mean anything, so that they don't catch you off guard. Like, walking in there like, oh God, what did should I ask the question? Do I offend him by asking the question? But I think a new man might do that. But if you're with somebody and they out of nowhere come in with a full set of hot red nails, then I might be like,
right.
What happened?
I have a question.
What's going on?
Yeah.
So even if you're Dwayne Wade and you're showing support for your kid, you could show support without painting your nails.
I mean, honestly, this I think is an LA thing. Like, I think that this has been something that has, like, these like Ty was saying, these hippie type people do it. I've seen it so much. Like if you even like follow certain people on TikTok, like you see like a lot of men that are very manly will have their nails painted. Even like, what's the guy's name from? What's the guy? He had the tattoo show, but he was a drummer in a rock group. I forget his name. But
like a Travis Barker type person.
Well, Travis Barker also paints his nails.
I think I know what you were talking, Rock of Love or something like that.
Yeah, something. Well, no, it was he had a tattoo show. I forget his name.
A tattoo show. Oh, okay, I don't remember that.
But you know what?
I don't know the people.
Okay, I see where you go.
He was a rocker, and his nails were painted all the time.
Now let's be clear though. Right. Let's be clear. In the culture of rock and roll, we can go throughout history and point out the fact that rock and roll guys have somewhat, I don't know if I'm explaining this completely correct, but rock and roll dudes have painted their face, painted their nails, you know what I mean? And it's I don't think has ever been a question on if they were gay or not.
Oh, because it goes with their whole vibe.
That's what I said, it goes with the image.
Acting up, it goes with it just goes with their whole vibe.
The only reason that it's a question to our culture is because it's new to our culture. Like it's not something
we're
that
not used to.
It has been common, right? So it's just like how when you first started noticing guys getting their nails done every day at the nail salon. I mean, you were thrown back a little bit. I know I was like, oh shoot, guys get their nails done. I mean, now it's so commonplace that it doesn't even move me.
Because
like, I see guys all the time in here.
They need to learn how to take care of themselves, and I guess some of them are coming to now. You guys can go get a facial. You guys can go get your nails done. You guys can get a massage. Y'all can do that too. Y'all, what happened? Y'all can do that.
So I don't know, man. This whole thing about Dwayne Wade, I don't know. First of all, for it to be a fashion statement. Like, where are we going with these fashion statements? I mean, we already had certain men taking pictures with skirts. I mean,
Wasn't he one of them?
Huh?
Yeah, he was.
Wasn't he one of them?
He had on a kilt.
Yeah. I mean, if they want to be honest, but aside from that, I don't.
We've seen Jonathan Majors come out with like freaking wrestling pants and sweatshirt tucked into wrestling pants. Like,
I don't know what that was about. I was very confused.
It's like they just want the cameras on them. Somebody's gonna take
They're always gonna say
exactly. I'm like,
setting a trend.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's
know what that.
I mean,
like, who does it?
I think it's getting to the point where people want attention so bad. This whole attention thing is getting outrageous to wherein you'll have dudes out here painting their damn nails.
I don't know. Like, so also has to be something because it's usually just two fingers. I don't know what that means. I have no idea. But I mean, I didn't know about Dwayne Wade. But being that when I saw this, I was just thinking like, oh, I've seen this before with people who are the manliest men. I also think it depends. Like if you know people like that do it, it might just it didn't do anything for me. It was just surprising that he did it because I've never seen it, but also not surprising because he's been doing a lot of interesting things.
Right.
Like, wow. Well, wait a minute. What interesting things? Like,
you know, all the stuff he's been doing in support. You know, all the stuff he's been wearing and putting on, and I'm just like, okay, that's been interesting to me. So this was shocking because I didn't know he did it, but not shocking enough where I was like, because I just went to, oh, this is another way of him doing his support. I don't know what else to be with him. I can't keep up with him.
Yeah. Is him and even Gabrielle together no more? Ain't they? They said
Yeah, they're still together.
Oh,
they're a celebrity couple still going strong.
False alarm, got it.
Still going strong. Congratulations.
Right. You got that no more.
Hey, whatever y'all, whatever floats y'all.
Like it, I love it.
This is y'all life. We just know. We just know.
We just over here talking about it.
Right. Right. You put it out. Think about
it. People close to Kendall Jenner and Bad Bunny reportedly think the relationship is toxic. Jenner's relationship with the rapper isn't stable in the least. Sources say the duo have intense up and down. Sometimes they'll seem totally in love, having so much fun together. However, they'll be on the rocks shortly after he refuses to commit. The source revealed that despite all of the drama in the relationship, Kendall Jenner and Bad Bunny continue on their endless cycle. Kendall is stuck on making this work with Bunny even though it's hurting her. He has her under his spell, the informant dished. Gurus, what does it mean when people around you think your relationship is toxic aside from the fact that it is?
Oh, I mean,
I answered for y'all.
I know, right? I mean,
yeah, I lived a little bit.
Yeah, the one that's always the aggressor, I should say, never wants to be painted in a bad light. So, I mean, with everything going on, nobody ever wants to be told, "Oh yeah, you're in a terrible relationship," or for what their standpoint is. Of course, we're gonna want to hear it because we care about you or we care about what your thoughts are, but you're always going to do what you want to do at the end of the day. So, you can always voice your opinion, but it's always up to the person to say, hey, I want to stay in this toxicity, or you know what, you guys were right. And I think it's time to move on. So, I mean, it's always up to the person. We can always tell them what to do, but I have realized that, like, dang, are you stupid? Like, why you don't leave? Like, and she'd be like, I know, right? And then she still.
It's so weird. They just be proud. That's why, like, at some point you just like let them. But then the other side is, I mean, I don't know if this is what Kendall's doing, but it's like, stop telling me. Stop telling me if you're gonna do what you want to do.
Just be there.
Yeah, just listen. I mean, like,
just listen. Yeah. At this point, is our family really cursed? Because what's going on? None of y'all besides
no, they are. They're definitely cursed.
Courtney, that's it. Like, what's up? Nobody?
Listen, the elephant in the room here is that he doesn't want a serious relationship and she does. So at the end of the day, it's like, it is toxic. You don't even have to like know them personally to see the situation is gonna end inevitably the way it's gonna end. He keeps saying he doesn't want a serious relationship, and she's saying she does, and she's telling everybody who will listen that, and that's causing friction in their relationship. So,
well, that's definitely a self problem because you can't hear your girl. He said he don't want it. Like, I don't understand.
So who's gonna sit there and encourage her and be like, you just stick to it, even though you absolutely don't want this?
Exactly. Well, so what are their like age differences? Is there like an age difference between them?
I'm sure there's some
older. I know they're always older. The guys are always older.
Yeah, right. We got to go with the trend.
Bad Bunny is definitely older than her, but I don't know.
Let's go to Google.
Let's do that.
Google, tell us what you want to know.
I mean, I guess they say this is a year of the truth, huh? So Well,
Starting off
Was-
it's starting off real
Bad Bunny
strong.
is 29 years old.
Exactly.
Oh, so they're only a
Like
couple
what,
years.
22,
Oh,
23?
she's
The most?
22.
I don't even know, but I'm pretty sure she's not. No, I don't think she's over
She's in
24.
her
Nah,
20s.
no. Yeah, she at least maybe mid at most.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She might
Maybe
be
like
22,
24, 23.
Right.
She's 28.
Oh,
23. No difference.
Yeah.
I ain't
Oh,
even know she was that old. I'm old.
Me neither. I thought she
Damn, I
was.
thought she was still young.
Maybe,
girl.
yeah, well, maybe at 29, 30, maybe 31 is
For
when
who? For who?
for certain
him?
people,
For what? To do what?
certain people,
What they
maybe
gonna do?
women, maybe, does Kendall
Oh,
Jenner have a child?
children? No.
Nah.
No.
Oh, you mean she's looking at it because of her
Maybe
age?
she's looking at it like, she's getting older and she wants to get serious
Oh,
about
okay.
something.
Okay, I see
Maybe.
what you're
You
saying. I
better
see
stop
what
that.
you're saying.
Well, it's also their image, right? You don't want to be
That
with
too.
somebody who doesn't want to be in a relationship with you, because then you got to answer the question as to, well, why doesn't Bad Bunny want to commit to you? And it's like, you're this
It's not
high-end
even.
model who
Mhm.
comes
Right.
from this affluent family, and why doesn't he want to commit to you? And from what I've heard in the past, like, hasn't Bad Bunny like either been accused or it's been confirmed that he's bisexual too?
I was
Like,
thinking that too.
I
I'm like,
heard
what?
that.
yeah.
Whoa,
This-
wait a minute.
I
didn't
heard
know that?
something like that, but I don't know how true it is. So I
I
didn't.
mean,
Yeah, I
I've
think he
heard
came
that,
out
but
and
I
said
don't
it.
know if that had been confirmed
Right.
that
I
he
believe he came out
agreed
and
to
said
that
it.
or whatever. But I know I've heard that,
Yeah.
in
With
circles.
the family, with the history of the family, not even only history, just the whole lineage, the whole line of the family, just having that name alone, like you're like top tier with how they put them, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like they place them in certain type of standards where it's like, oh, if you're messing with this type of person, you have to have all your ducks in a row. You have to have everything looking spiffy, so, and then it's like you're not going to always see the person until you guys go through something. You're not going to see the person's true colors until they get mad, until they show you who they really are. Can they handle pressure? You're not going to really see a person. And then with the cameras and the lights, it's like, oh my God, I got to deal with this on my own now, extra with you. Oh God. Like
Exactly.
people can't handle that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They should just
And
go
I'm
ahead and stop dating celebrities. Like, date normal
like,
people that got money.
I
You know what I
know.
mean?
You're
Like,
right. Because they
have a
there.
better
They,
chance of making things work. Like, they
Yeah.
drag. I mean, I don't want to blame the girls, the family entirely, but
To the Kardashian credit, I gotta say that, they are somewhat focused daters. Like, in other words, I think what they want to do is they want to settle with somebody that's like them in the limelight,
which
not
makes
fully
sense.
understanding that maybe that don't work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
but
I
who
mean,
have they dated that's not in the limelight? Like,
I
yeah.
know. Like, based on that rap sheet,
It's
y'all just.
basketball players, football players, actors, I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
well,
What do you think?
the few basketball players that they dated that weren't really high, like big, powerful basketball players or big pro, but I mean, they immediately got in the spotlight as soon as they started dating them. So then
Yeah.
everything got dissected right after that. So
Right.
it's like, I mean, they
No.
just date a normal person, date a
Right.
lawyer like your dad. Like, I mean,
But you know what? At the end of the day, I don't think the Kardashians is attracted to that.
Probably
no,
not.
they're fueled by drama. They're fueled.
Yeah,
This is what
exactly.
helps them get their money.
Yep. Y'all gonna
The
keep getting
drama.
it. So okay.
Mhm.
Whatever. Can't help
Come
them.
on. They all were like trying to help Lamar Odom. For
Mhm.
what? Like, come on, man. The guy,
Yeah.
he did so
I
much
was
for their
watching
family, and now
Kardashians
they're
last time.
they're all trying to help him. Like, they
Yeah.
just want a storyline for their show. It's
Pretty
like
much,
you're bringing
ain't
this man at his lowest moment in there, and
Yeah.
you're like exposing stuff that normally wouldn't be exposed.
Right.
And they profit off of it.
To me, it was always wild to me how Rob didn't want to have nothing to do with the show.
Wow, nah,
It ain't
smart.
work for me. I feel like listen, I had enough of them in real life. I don't want to
A
do
lot.
this on the show either.
Right.
Okay, he be
Yeah.
tapped out and checked out.
Yep. It says a
You don't
whole
want to
lot.
be a part of this at all.
Nope, your own family member. Mm.
The only
That
one who
sounds like
inherited their dad's
oh,
brains. Everybody else was right with the
Yeah,
other one.
everybody, yeah. I would say he's probably like the only one that's like, bro, I'm not with it. I don't know how he lives behind the scenes. Like, does he have the
oh,
maids and the this and the that? You know, because they're not going to leave him by the wayside, but he
Right.
just doesn't want to be in the forefront. And he's not on the level as them either. So it's
right.
like, and you're the only guy. So you should be
Right.
carrying your sisters, and you're not. So, I
Mhm.
mean,
Hey, but
hey,
toxic is
it's your
toxic.
life. It's your life.
Yep.
So what you gotta do, honey, live your life the way if you want to live a quiet, regular life, that's fine too. Because some
Back.
celebrities, they don't want to be celebrities anymore. They want to go
Right.
back to being normal, regular people. And sometimes you just can't, so they just go into hiding.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Too real.
Well,
I
there
agree.
was some celebrity that that was. I noticed that the celebrities that marry people that ain't celebrities, they kind of have the happiest life. For example, look at Ja Rule and his wife.
Yep,
Mm.
because I be forgetting he's married.
But
Ice
a lot of
Cube
George
them
and his
start
wife.
from
Clooney.
scratch. A lot of them be starting from scratch, like they high school girlfriends. So it's like they came up with them, so they know their
Yeah.
intention versus meeting just regular Pam off the street. And it's like Pam know who you are, and Pam want that dough because Pam got bills to pay. You know what I mean? So it's a difference versus me and you was doing this together, and I know your intentions with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm just gonna bring you right along with me because I don't want to do this with nobody else. I'd rather do it with somebody that I know.
Yeah.
But like you said, controversy is doing exactly what the Kardashian family wants it to do. It
Mhm.
wants it to be in the news. They
Mhm.
accomplishing that because how you gonna make money and you ain't got no peace? You ain't got no,
Yeah.
yeah. But see, it works in their mind. Like, hey, this is just making the headlines, scoring my
Yeah.
name.
Exactly.
If you really think
People are
about it,
gonna
if you
tune
don't talk
in.
about them, they're not getting. I'm pretty sure they're always going to make money regardless being talked about or not. But they have to be in the news some way, shape, or form to keep their likeness, up there. No one's going to forget about them, but they just want to keep their likeness up there, like
You want to stay relevant. Yeah.
right? Pretty much.
Yeah. All
Problem.
right,
My money's
gurus,
worth.
it's been a great show. I want
Yeah.
everybody out there, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe.
Mhm.
Hey, gurus, this is the Lady Guru Show, and we are out of here.
Out.
Next time.
Bye bye.
Where my girls